I don't want to drag out the intro, so let's keep this brief. Welcome back to part 2 of my series where I try to beat all of Plants vs Zombies 2 using only fruits. If you haven't already, make sure you go watch part 1 so you're up to date with all the rules. But before I start the video, I just wanted to thank all of you for the overwhelming support I got from my previous video. Hopefully we can recreate the viral success that part 1 had. However, YouTube told me that over 80% of the people who watch my videos aren't even subscribed. And YouTube also told me that nobody has ever liked a video of mine using their nose. So if you want to be the first, make sure to like and also subscribe. Anyway, enough being said, let's crack on with part 2. Finally, we're here, Pirate Seas. It's nice to have a change of scenery for once, but unfortunately we're still stuck with the overpowered premium plants that absolutely sweep day 1. But if we actually preview this world, you can all see we're about to unlock some new fruits which I'm very excited for. Again, day 2 was swept by the kiwis, but on day 3 we're introduced to not only these new water columns, but also the snapdragon, one of my favourite plants in the whole game, but unfortunately we are not allowed to use him. On day 4 we unlock the cherry bomb and torchwood. I genuinely have no idea why, especially when you're meant to unlock cherry bomb near the end of Pirate Seas, but to be honest, I am not complaining. It's about time we get another fruit in the team. Anyways, after that confusion, we move on to day 5, which was actually decently difficult, but with the help of the cherry bomb, we beat it on our first attempt, along with day 6, where we unlocked this weird spiky floor thingy. Day 7 saw the return of my overpowered fruit setup, making it extremely easy, whereas day 8 was less easy, but it is a conveyor belt level, so we can just skip it. I think day 9 was the first time in this whole series the low amount of sun has actually been a problem. In all fairness, it was probably my slow reaction times that made this level feel so difficult, but after a couple of attempts we managed to beat it using, you guessed it, only kiwis. Day 10 and 11 were more easy levels, but we do actually unlock the coconut cannon. Now, I do consider myself to be a fruit expert, and for any of you who didn't know, a coconut is not a nut, so we are definitely going to be using this overpowered plant for the rest of the game. On day 13, the game forces us to produce at least 2,000 sun, and if you haven't noticed already, none of our plants can produce any sun, so unfortunately this level is impossible. Or is it? Something that I forgot about when making the rules for this challenge was the rent a plant feature. Essentially, it lets you use unlocked plants, and luckily for us, there is one fruit in the entire game that can produce sun, the solar tomato. Now, because I forgot to specify this earlier, the rules are a bit unclear. If there is a level that I think is physically impossible, I'm allowed to use the rent a plant as a last resort. So after re-rolling for ages, we finally get the solar tomato and are able to easily beat the level. Day 14 was the first blind or defense level that we've had in quite a while, and nothing was able to get past my perfectly timed coconut shots. Day 15 was the first type of this level, where the zombies aren't allowed to walk over our flowers. Anyways, it was easy. Day 16 we were forced to protect these ugly ass beans. I really didn't want to keep them alive, but I guess we have to if we want to move on to day 17, where literally all happens. So I think it's time for our daily fruit fact. Did you know the coconut tree is a member of the palm tree family and the only known living species of the genus Cocos? The term coconut can refer to the whole coconut palm, the seed of a fruit, which botanically is a trope, not a nut. On day 18 we weren't even allowed to pick our plants, so we did unlock the spiked rock, which I don't think is a fruit, but I don't think it's a plant either, so I'm not really sure what it's doing in this game. Anyways, after getting a bit distracted, day 19 was a produce sun level, so again we need some help from the solar tomato. Day 20 was another produce sun level, but unfortunately I lost the footage, so here's a recreation of what happened.
Heroes never die.
What the fuck?
We're also able to unlock the lava guava. I know he does look like that weird green ball from Wreck-It Ralph, but trust me, he is definitely a fruit. This plant only costs 75 sun, and the next cheapest thing we have is over double that price. So next time any singular zombies or maybe big hordes slip through our defences, having a cheap one-shot will be insane to utilise. And to be honest, we needed the extra firepower for day 21, where we had to produce 2,500 sun. This one level took me about 3 hours to complete. Renting the solar tomato every attempt took so long, but eventually we got the placements down and managed to beat it pretty easily. Day 22 2 was another plan your defense level, and although we got overran by imps, they were no match for my overpowered Kiwis. Then on day 23 we had another one of these flower levels, which was easily beaten by my Kiwis, leading us on to day 24, which is the penultimate level of this world. Unfortunately, it was pretty easy, and also we had to protect these fucking beans again. However, we do actually unlock a new fruit, the cherry bomb. Oh yeah, and just as a bonus challenge, I decided to beat Zomboss using only fruits as well, which surprisingly was possible, and I beat it pretty easily after a couple of attempts. Another world down, I guess. That was pretty easy. In this world alone, we unlocked 3 new plants, which I did not expect. And I'm also surprised about how the lack of sun hasn't been a hindrance yet. Hopefully, in later worlds, this will be more of a problem, because then I get to play more challenging and fun levels, and you guys get to enjoy more detailed and longer videos. But we are now a step closer to beating this challenge, and looking back on this video, we have unlocked a bunch of very useful features. Thank you all so much for watching this video, it really does mean a lot if you made it this far. I'm aiming for 1,000 subscribers at the end of this year, which I think is definitely possible, so if you haven't already, could you please subscribe? It helps me out a ton, and it also fuels my ego. Thanks again for watching, and have a great rest of your day. See ya!